Hi everyone, my name is Aahat and I'm the dietitian at Valiant Clinic. I'm here to answer any of the nutrition related questions you guys have had on social media in the past couple of days. The best piece of nutritional advice I can give you guys is that to change your cooking oil. So if you're still using sunflower oil, canola oil, safflower oil, or even olive oil to cook, you can change it to a more heat-stable oil like coconut oil or avocado oil, only because plant-based oils burn really fast, and when they burn, they release toxic compounds causing inflammation in your body. So when we're using a more heat-stable oil like coconut oil or avocado oil, they're much more stable at higher temperatures, don't burn that easily, and don't cause so much inflammation compared to the other plant-based counterparts. So there's a very fine line between caffeine intake being safe and passing that fine line. It also depends on your stress level. So if you are extremely stressed, even a small amount of caffeine can be negatively affecting your health. When it comes to caffeine, it's very individual, but 2 cups a day should be generally a safe guideline. But if you do have any other health conditions, we do need to take those into account as well. Genetics do play a huge role when it comes to weight management, health goals. There are a couple of genetic tests being done, tailoring to personalized nutritional recommendations as well. But when it comes to genetics as a whole, there is a huge role to play where you are predisposed to certain health conditions, you are predisposed to weight, but they can be changed with lifestyle factors. So your lifestyle does affect the genetics as well. You do have the power to affect your lifestyle with the choices that you make on a daily basis. So the genetics do play a role, but your lifestyle plays a role as well. There's a lot of new research saying that we can actually reverse the aging process through things like intermittent fasting when done correctly, caloric restriction when done correctly as well. So nutrition plays a huge role in how fast we age and how fast our cells age as well. So when it comes to eating healthier, when it's not only benefiting your weight in the short term, but in the long run, it's affecting how long you live, how healthy you live for the time you're living as well. So aging and nutrition go pretty much hand in hand. So if you are one of those people who are unintentionally losing weight, if it's been happening for a couple of weeks, I would request you to come and see a doctor and get a health checkup done. Also come and see a dietitian, whoever your dietitian is, because it could be something that we need to look further into. If it's not been happening for a couple of weeks, I would say, increase your food intake a little bit and it should stabilize. But if your activity levels are pretty much similar and if your food intake is similar and you're still losing weight, do definitely get a health checkup done. There has been concerns over gluten. Not everyone needs to go gluten-free technically. The problem is not with gluten itself, but with the quality of the gluten we've been consuming. So in the modern day processing of wheat and gluten, the structure of gluten has progressively gotten tougher and more difficult for us to digest. So for a lot of people, it's a tough structure to digest and it's causing digestive distress, which is causing a lot of different symptoms that people do feel when they eat gluten. Fatigue, low energy, unable to sleep, lack of quality of sleep. So if you do want to see if gluten is causing those problems for you, the best way to figure that out is to take it out for a period of at least 3 to 4 weeks completely. When you do reintroduce it, if you do experience low fatigue, a lot of people get acne and they break out. So the only way to know whether gluten is right for you or not is to cut it out completely and then add it back. When you do add it back, I would request that you pick high quality sources of gluten that have been minimally processed. So instead of bread, it would be sourdough bread. Small things like that do make a difference as well in how you digest and how your body is able to digest gluten. My thoughts on dairy are that it has been, again, similar to gluten, dairy has been processed a lot. Cows are being fed with hormones, and the hormones is directly going into the milk supply, and then we're consuming that milk supply, causing a lot of hormonal disruptions, and that manifests as different nutrition related problems that we see, unable to lose weight, a lot of bloating, acne, hair loss as well. So Similar to gluten, if you do think you have an intolerance to dairy or if you're not digesting it very well, the best idea would be to cut it out again. If you have recently got your hormone levels checked, and if you have been on a nutrition plan and a training regimen, and if you are still not losing weight, there might be things in your nutrition that are missing that we need to look further into. So if it depends on the nutrition plan you are on, but sometimes we do end up overeating or our metabolism has naturally slowed down. So you need to either change your training plan or change your nutrition plan, one of them, to better meet your metabolism needs, and then we can take it from there. So either we'd have to eat more to rev up your metabolism, or we'd have to eat lesser to further meet that weight loss goal. It is very personalized and very individual. So do definitely seek medical advice or change your nutrition plan depending on where you're at with your nutrition and weight loss journey. If you haven't been losing weight, or if you're on a plateau phase for a while, let's say if you've been on a plateau for 3 to 4 weeks, then definitely we need to look further into your nutrition and change your plan as needed.